Spencer Doobie here on the Berg. I am joined by Lana Harrison. She is the memory care manager and dementia specialist with Seasons.
Hi, Spencer. I want to say, first of all, thanks for having me. I have been with Seasons since the memory care program started here in Amherstburg, so just over 12 years. I was promoted, so I was management for just over 6 years.
Wow, that's okay. So you know your stuff then. You have a whole decade doing this, and this series is starting in March. Has it already started?
Actually, our first session is tonight at 6:30 here at Seasons Amherstburg.
Wonderful, wonderful. So for those out there who may not know, myself included, take us through what this series is going to be. Is it open to the general public?
Yeah, it's exclusive to Seasons Amherstburg and to local residents, people who are considering moving to retirement communities and their loved ones dealing with the cognitive impairment.
Yeah, it's very sad stuff. It's a horrible disease, first of all, dementia. So it's for people that want to, downsize to Seasons and, get all the benefits of what you do there, and obviously for the family as well to learn more about dementia.
Yeah, Seasons Retirement has a memory care program that is specifically designed to care for seniors living with dementia or Alzheimer's in a dedicated, secure area within Seasons Amherstburg. And our philosophy has always been rooted in person-centered and individual care. We find that the families are a very important part of that care, and the more knowledge that they know about this disease, it's one of those things that my GM always says, when we know better, we do better. So, education is needed. A lot of people are struggling at home, and we're seeing that.
Yeah, and obviously Seasons has done a terrific job. You're one of the best managed companies in Canada with Gold Standard, a great place to work certified. How proud are you of what you do and what everybody does at Seasons?
Phenomenal. It's phenomenal. The reason that we're doing it is because of due to the demand that we had from last year. Was our first year doing it. So it's a 4-week program, and the response from people out in the community, we had residents attending who lived in apartments here. We had residents in our independent supportive living, and then we had people, family members from our memory care community, plus those people in the public. I had responses of people saying, I wish this was around when my dad went through dementia. This education just wasn't there. I think we're, getting rid of the stigma behind the disease, and it's allowing people to show up to these events.
Two-part question for you. With this, when you do have someone that, unfortunately develops dementia, one of your people that live there, what are some things that you do with them? And also, over the years when, this happens, what are some tips that you give family members?
So it ranges from the obvious. Well, it's obvious to me because I live it. You can't reason with someone who doesn't see reasoning. So you're jumping into their world. You're never arguing, those kind of things. Seasons memory care program specifically offers engagement for these residents. We have activity staff from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We firmly believe that, people who are sitting at home and aren't engaged and developing new skills to help slow the progression are missing out on those years that they still have left with those good memories.
Yeah, it's absolutely horrible. What have you seen with dementia? It's different for everybody, or is it kind of all the same timeline?
It's definitely different for everybody because there's different causes, which, you develop dementia. But what we're seeing is a lot of similar, what we like to call dementia-related behaviors. So even though there's a different timeline for everybody, a lot of people go through the same responses. So a lot of family members struggle with those same things. One of them would be, should I bring a phone for mom or dad because they're calling me at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, those kinds of things, or just stuff that they're struggling with. Sometimes during these events where you're surrounded with other people going through the same thing, it's helpful to hear it from somebody else too, that may be further along in the process.
Oh, this is wonderful, this series, to, really help families out. This series, Is it going to be weekly the month of March? Is it going to be twice a week? How often are you offering this?
So the dementia series will be hosted every Tuesday night in March, starting tonight from 6:30 to 7:30.
Wonderful. This is phenomenal. Thank you so much for, hosting this series. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day, talking to me all about the dementia series. Lana, this has been terrific. What's the easiest way to contact if you want to sign up for this? Just call Seasons or go on the Seasons website?
So call Seasons at 519-736-7557, and our leasing manager, Morgan Ouimet, if you ask to speak with Morgan, she's taking down RSVPs. Obviously, we're not turning people away. If you didn't have a chance to RSVP, you can still come. We want to help as many as we can.
Awesome. Just want to thank you so much for doing this, joining us, and educating the public.
Yes, thank you, Spencer.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.